Hello, RAMILIA. Here we are. The schedule has come out, and it's a pretty tough schedule, I gotta say. But that's what we thought they were gonna do to us. They didn't do us any favors. My guy North Dallas 40, I saw his comment come in as I was getting ready. Says the NFL should reward the Rams instead of giving them a schedule from hell. Yeah, that ABS also screwing us with an early bye week. Yeah, I saw that, but the only thing I can see your point there. The only thing that's okay with any of it is the buys right before the Niner game. So that's the only thing I can say. But yeah, I understand I understand your point there. They didn't do us any favor at all. For instance, who was the other team in the NFC Championship game? The Niners. And speaking of that, there's my brother Damian Lee. And they get to play the Bears. We get to play the Bills, but it is what it is. We all play tough teams at different times, but yeah. Graduate 12, there's my brother. He says, "Hey, Ramilia, the Kings play tonight." Yes, I'm gonna after I get off here, I'm gonna watch it. I hope we do it today. You're going to have to cut your show short so we can watch the Kings play. Yeah, man. When I set it up, I was like, you know what? That's right, and so that's okay. But yeah, man, I really hope the Kings do it today. They got to. Damon Lee, what's up, man? What's up, my brother? And then Graduate Trial says, "Don't be a homer, Ramilia." You know what? Sometimes we have to go with our homer instincts, but no, I try to keep it real. You know, if we're playing like crap, and or like for instance, I was on Raheem Morris's case when our defense was struggling when we lost the Titans and the Cardinals and we had a 3-game losing streak. You know, I wasn't a big fan of his, but he made up for it. We got the chip and he made adjustments going into the in the playoffs. So you know, props on him. But yeah, so here we are, game 1, Rams versus Bills. Von Miller's back at SoFi Stadium, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Von Miller, you know, I don't know how I feel about this game starting off with them. I know I was, you know, we were all talking about, you know, we want the 49ers or the Cowboys or the Raiders so we can unfurl our flag and banner. But yeah, you know, hey, okay. The first game is the Bills. So let's see where we match up because I wanted these AFC loaded teams to be kind of a building block for us. So hopefully we win those games, but I wanted us to see how we match up. And I was hoping for later on in the season when both of our teams are closer to what we're going to be. But an early game, they win, we win. It really doesn't mean much because by the time we get to week 5, week 6, week 8, we're going to be different teams. So at least we get to see each other and see what works, but it's still early. But that's okay. Maybe it's an advantage for us. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I was hoping to maybe play these teams later on when we have more of our team, you know, and hopefully before, you know, the OBJ watch is still there. Maybe we'll sign him still, and we play these teams before we sign him, and then we have another wrinkle that we throw on them with OBJ in the mix. But we'll see what happens. Grant Trump says every content creator's going on is saying the NFL did them dirty with the schedule. LOL. It's not supposed to be an easy schedule. Yeah. For us, I was looking at the schedule, and so I was looking at the schedule. Hold on one second. let me put it up right real quick. And you know, I you know, we're the Super Bowl champions, so I understand to a point. I understand to a point. Hold on. Let me share this here. So I understand to a point. So let's see. So the Bills game 1, that's a tough game. But then we come back. The Falcons game 2, we should be able to win that game. And then the Cardinals are going to be without D-Hop. So we should be able to win that game. So if we win the first game, then we're 3-0. If we lose the first game, we could be 2-1. and then we play the 49ers. And Trey Lance is, supposed to be the starter. He's going to have to, ride himself, find his way. We should be able to beat them, even though it's on the road. But because it's a young and inexperienced quarterback, and with their offensive line like ours, they have to adjust. It's going to take a few games to adjust, and then with the young quarterback, he's going to have to take his licks. So we should be able to win that one. So we could possibly be, 3-1 or 4-0, and then we play the Cowboys. And the Cowboys, we've had their number, but luckily it's at SoFi Stadium. So hopefully we'll be able to win that game. And then so then we can be possibly 4-1. And then the Panthers, we should be able to win that game. It's at home too. And then we have the bye week. And then we have the bye week. This is what North Dallas 40, my guy, was saying, that we have the bye early, which is tough on our team because, it's nice to lick your wounds and have the bye week later, the extra week. But the one good thing is because the Niners have been our nemesis, maybe we can do a 3-0 streak on them and win both games, sweep them, and we get a bye week before that. But we'll see. If we don't have any injuries, if we start off slow, who with our offensive line getting used to with new guys in there, we'll see what happens. And then the Bucks are going to be tough. We've had their number 2. We'll see what happens. And then the Cardinals, the Cardinals, a second time around. I think D-Hop will be back by then, so that'd be a different team. Now the Saints too. The Saints, they're supposed to be tough, and by then, maybe they'll have it rolling. But there's no Sean Payton. The Chiefs are always tough at home. That's going to be a wonderful game to watch. Early test for us on the road in a place like that where there's nothing but Chief fans. It's going to be crazy. And then Seahawks, we'll see what they have. Finally, amazingly, we don't play the Seahawks until December 4th. Wow. We can use those. I would love to play the Seahawks early, get those wins out of the way. But in the NFL, we'll see what happens. And then we play the Raiders at SoFi Stadium. Again, the Seahawks at SoFi Stadium first, then the Raiders. And I'm looking forward to that game. December games are going to be amazing. Then we play the Packers at Lambeau. And so we'll see what happens by then if they have their self together. That's a tough test because that's towards the end of the season. We'll see what happens. And then we play the Broncos with Russell Wilson. We get the first look at him for Christmas. So that's going to be amazing. Russell Wilson for Christmas time. And then the Chargers, our little brothers. It's supposed to be a road game, but it's going to be a home game at SoFi Stadium. And who knows, by then maybe we'll have depending on how the division goes, not to be a homer, as the Granger 12 says. But let me get this out of the way. But we might have the division sewed up by then if things go great, and we might not have to play the last game, the Seahawks or the Charger game. We'll see. Who knows? Because the only reason why I say that is because the Cardinals have had their problems. D-Hop's going to be out for 6 games. Oh, there's my doggies. That's a major hindrance. And hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me now in the comments? Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it. Okay, let me get to the comments. Okay, so let's see here. Damian Lee says, what do you think is the Rams' true rival? I know our rivals are the Packers, Giants, and Cowboys. Shout out to drunk Jerry Jones for that was crazy. Driving while buzzing. Jerry Jones, I guess he held up their draft list and somebody deciphered it. Amazing, crazy Jerry Jones. But our rivals is always the Niners. When they went to St. Louis, they were struggling. So the Niners beat us a lot of times. And then finally, the Greatest Show on Turf came out. But our Niners, our main rival has always been the 49ers. And the Seahawks were rivals with us because we'd always play them tough no matter what our record was with Jeff Fisher. But to me, the Niners is the number one rival. Payo Time, what's up, brother? He says, happy schedule day, Ramilia. Yes. Stoked to have another great season and adventure. Yes, we get to go on another journey. Hopefully it's another Super Bowl jersey. Super Bowl journey. Pale Time says, watching the Leafs in OT. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I'm hoping my Kings win today. Damon Lee says, what's your top three Rams of all time? Eric Dixon, Aaron Donald, Marshall Faulk. That's good. That's right about where I'm at. I wasn't old enough to see him, but the great Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, something like 17 straight Pro Bowls. Eric Dickerson is one of the all-time, in my opinion, one of the greatest, if not the greatest running back of all time. Granger 12 says, hey, Payo, yeah, I wanted to watch the game. I'm watching the Suns now. I hope the Leafs win. And the Payo says, what do you think of the Niners? This is a great question by Payo. What do you think of playing the Niners twice within the first half of the season? I love it. We get to get, props to my guy, Damian Lee. They have a young quarterback. He's going to have to find his footing. We should be able to get it out of the way. Hopefully we can win these games. And in the NFL, anything can happen, especially with rival teams. But we have Matthew Stafford. We kind of took it on the chin a couple times against the Niners with Stafford. Because remember, all those 6 wins that the Niners had, they weren't against Stafford. So remember that. So now with Stafford, we kind of learned, our defense was geared about holding the play in front of you, not letting it get past you, but the Niners like to do short plays and get yak yards, so we played it to their hands. I love it how we play them right within the 4th and 7th game. Hopefully we can win both of those games and start our own streak 3-0. Damian Lee says, if the Rams beat the Cowboys, I will celebrate. I think we might because we have their number to me, and we match up great with them. Pale says, I hope your Suns win. Yeah, good luck to Suns, man. I love the. I'm a Laker fan, but I really appreciate the little guy that's a Kobe fan. Mark Rio says, "Man, bro, the Packers matchup in December, especially the weather isn't good." Yeah, man, I saw that too. And we have tough. We play tough against the Packers are tough for us to play. So, but that's a good test. It's our journey. We'll see what happens. Grinder 12 says, "Thanks, Pale. I wish my guy Patrick Marleau is still with Toronto. He deserves a cup." Yep, I agree with that. There's my guy, Willie Bowen. What's up, Ramilators? He says, having 3 of the AFC West teams in 1 month is absolutely crazy, but we can get it done. That is true. 3 in 1 month. But you know what? If this is our journey, we're going to use these games to hopefully help us out when we get to the Super Bowl, if we ever make it back there, and see what worked and see what didn't work. But yeah, that is crazy. It's so close together. Geez nuts. What's up, my guy? He says, man, early bye and we don't play out our division at the end really sucks. Yeah, man, the early bye, North Dallas 40 mentioned that the early bye, crazy, but they weren't going to do us any favors, and I guess that's just we have to suck it up. The later bye would have helped with our older quarterback and guys, bruises and stuff like that, and bumps and bruises. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, that part I kind of don't like the bye early. I don't like the bye early. Damian Lee says, would you trade Stafford and Aaron Donald? No, for Russell Wilson. I love Russell, but no, and I'm good with Stafford. Willie Bowen, I love the LA Rams and LA Chargers fan. Props to you, Willie. LA Chargers it's their turn if we don't win it. G's nuts, don't speak nonsense at Damien. Thank you guys for thank you. Okay, let's see. Grander 12 says, yeah, PL, I hope Ramilia cuts his show shorter today so I can watch both Suns and Kings on TV. Yeah, I won't be on too long because of I want to see the Kings win. Willie Bun says, no, Damien. Jack Roberts, hey man, thank you for coming in. Looks like part of the schedule is the back half, which is perfect because that's when OBJ comes back. Man, from your lips to God's ears and to our front office's ears, I hope OBJ comes back. I hope we sign him soon. Willie Bowen says, what's up, Ramilia? What's up? What's up, Willie Bowen? I appreciate you coming in. Let's see here. And okay, here we go. So I'm catching up. Packer Swag, yes. Oh, here we go. Packer Swag, what's up, brother? He says, hey, Ramilia, how are you? I'm doing good, man. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Mark Rios says, yep, we can. Okay, good. That's when you were hearing me. Damien says, yeah, let's go red and gold. We'll see what happens. Willie Bowen says, loud and clear, good. Packer Swag says in 2026 it'll be interesting to see what the Rams sold with reloaded and with their plans what to do. Yeah, man, that's going to be crazy, but we'll kind of take our time with that because hopefully our guy Les Snead and McVay won't leave, because McVay's getting a lot of lucrative offers for a front office, but hopefully, if he does leave, we already have won multiple championships. Hopefully, we got one in the cupboard or the trophy case, and hopefully we get another one along with our St. Louis one. G's Nuts says, man, no part of the schedule looks easy. Man, it's a tough schedule, G's Nuts, man. That's our journey, I guess. Willie Boss says, LA Rams will repeat as Super Bowl champions. Man, I hope so, Willie. Because Packer Swag says, because no picks have to be guaranteed stars in QB like the team now. So what's it with Crockett's plan for the future? Well, they've said, Packer Swag, they said McVay and Les Snead have said as long as Stafford and Aaron Donald are there, they're all in. I love our backup quarterback, Wolford, but I also like Bryce Perkins. Bryce Perkins he's mobile, he's got a strong arm, he's very athletic. I see for him for the future to maybe compete for the starting job after Stafford hangs it up. With this front office, the rebuild portion, because we still have young guys, will still be there. And we're all in, so we won't be as all in. We'll be a competitive team and then try to regroup. So that's what the future is going to look very good. And the salary cap keeps extending. When Donald and Stafford do retire, unfortunately, it'll be a sad day. Hopefully we have a couple more Super Bowls. There'll be more cap space for do, but I really trust this front office. I really trust it. We'll see what happens. Martin Creel says, we will see who owns SoFi Stadium week 17 against our formidable brothers. Yeah, man. We'll see what happens. That's going to be exciting. Payo Time says, have a great night, remaining everyone. Thank you, Payo, for coming in, brother. I love you, brother. Take care. G's Nut says, at Packer Swag, we release trade F the picks and sign younger superstar. That's our plan, man. I really, I can't say enough about Les Snead, man. This guy has been such a huge, sorry. He's been I thought I had a picture of Les Snead in here with his F the Picks cup. Darn it. I'm going to have to load it up so I can post it. But yeah, man, I'm so glad that we have this guy. So let's see here. Damian Lee says, let's trade Kyle Shannon to the Rams for Cooper Kupp. No. Willie Bo says, take care, Pale. Yes, take care, Pale, brother. Packer Swag says, sign them for what y'all. Okay, Packer Swag says, sign with them for what y'all won't have any one to trade. Well, we get guys and we one of the things with us is we with our later picks, we've been very fortunate to have the foresight to get guys that work in our area, as far as our pick area, late second round, late third round, late fourth round, and we get guys that can play now. So we're still one of the youngest teams in the NFL, even though we do have, older players, blue chip players. So we're very good for the future. Omar says, hey, what's up, Omar? I still want vengeance on the Packers. Yeah, man, they're tough on us. Just like the Niners have an advantage over the Packers for whatever reason. The Packers, we just haven't been able to break through since we were in LA. But hopefully we'll get it on this year. Packer Swag says, y'all run out. That's the problem. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, I really trust our group. in the front office. Mark Rio says, how crazy to see Von Miller's first matchup with the Bills facing his former Super Bowl team. Man, hopefully we can send him home mad. He's going to be a handful, man, especially with the first game without our left tackle, the big wit. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's a good test for Noteboom. We'll see what happens. Willie Bones is not happening, Damien. Jason says, sign guaranteed money. That's how we roll. Yeah, man. It used to be said that you can't do what the Rams are doing. Build a dream team, so to speak. I don't like that word, but we get guys because we have our core guys, the Donalds, the Cups, the Jalen Ramseys. Now we have Matthew Stafford. We add pieces like a Bobby Wagner, and we are able to do that because we restructure our guys and they're all team ball. They're not trying to break the bank. Like Cooper Kupp he's going to be extended, but he's not trying to break the bank. He wants what's fair. He wants to win. He doesn't want to take all the money out of the pot. He understands how it works, and he wants to win another Super Bowl. He doesn't want to not be in the playoffs. Well, so we'll see what happens. That's why I trust these guys. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Oops, I didn't mean to go too far. Okay, hold on. Packer Swag says the problem is okay. Yeah, let's see. Okay, Packer Swag says the problem is Rams ran out of players to trade to keep a super team. Basically, by 2026, most players will retire, so y'all can trade. Y'all can't trade to keep the success going. Well, we also draft great though. Packer Swag. So that's the thing. It's we actually have a harder time selecting Aaron Donald aside. First round picks. That's when we get rid of them. And second round picks and third round picks, we can get guys. But remember, even if you have first round picks, they don't always mean that you're going to have frontline players unless you're rebuilding. You get like the third or second pick. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. But we'll see what happens. Ready to go. What's up, my brother? He says, hello, Ramilia and fellow champions. Yes, fellow fans of the Super Bowl champions. It's really unfair that we have to go to Lambeau in back-to-back seasons. Yeah, man, why don't they come to SoFly? It should be a rule that if you play in a location when you play. Yeah, I agree. They should have to come to our house. But you know what? Unfortunately, that is what it is. Darn it. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You have a good point. Willie Boy says the LA Rams will be winners regardless. Cheesehead. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We owe the Packers so much. My guy Jose JC, what's up, brother? He says, "Let's go Rams." I hope we go 17-0 plus 3 more wins in the postseason, man. On that note, I kind of did I think we're going to have 5 games. The whole season's going to be tough, but there's 5 games where I'm win or loss. I'll show them to you in a second. Hold on 1 second. Let me catch up with the chat. Omar says, man, I've been looking forward to a preseason to see how good the rookies are going to be. Me too, man. And there's a couple of guys that are undrafted that I really like too. Jake Roberts says, OBJ tweeted again today saying he wants to play for the Rams. Man, I hope they get him soon. And he's not mad that they haven't reached a deal yet. McVay also went on the Rich Eisen show and confirmed he really wants OBJ. Now, here's the thing. Good point, Jack. The Rams player Stafford has said he's been keeping tabs on OBJ. They're keeping the lines of communication. Now, as a player, you have your own feelings, and I'm glad that he's not letting it get to him because, you have your pride and, man, what do you mean? I'm good enough to be re-signed now. He understands there's a process, and guys like Matthew Stafford are keeping the lines of communication open. I'm sure McVay too. So because he can't help anybody right now until October, that's a luxury we have that we can wait because other teams aren't going to, try and sign him because they can't help him right now. And so that means a roster spot for somebody they need. So that's an advantage. But yes, I really hope that we sign him soon though. Damian Lee says, I had a good friend go to jail for drunk driving. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. But Jerry Jones gets a slap in the wrist. Now, when you mentioned drunk driving, I wasn't really sure that you were talking about really drunk driving. I see that, man. I'm sorry that happened. I thought you were talking about that he had put the list and that you had found out that he was drunk or something. He had put their draft list up and somebody deciphered it. So yeah, that's a big problem, man. That's a big problem. I'm sorry that happened to your friend. Damon Lee says, I just called an Uber driver for Jerry Jones. Yeah, man, that's a serious thing, man. Martin Carrillo says, I really respect the Rams for having players willing to take a bit less to get more players that can impact the future. Man, that's one thing about our, we not me culture here. And I'm so thankful to McVay for this culture. I agree with that. I really respect the Rams. Yep, I've got that. Hold on. Let's see. Jack Roberts says, would you rather have kept Vaughn or signed Bobby Wagner and Ellard Robertson like we did? I would have liked to have kept Vaughn, but I understand, they offered him the money, the Bills. They think they have a chance to win the Super Bowl now, and props to them. They want to be all in like us. But I'm going to call it Von Miller was option one to repeating, because that him with, woo, man, I get happy just thinking about it. Imagine being a quarterback, no matter who you are. Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, big, great games. The 91, the spirit of Kevin Green in there, causing havoc. Aaron Donald taking 2 and 3 guys on. Ashawn Robinson. Wow. But now this is because he signed with them, and he hurt him to do that, but he had to take the money, understandably. Now we get choice 1A or 1B, Bobby Wagner, and that's going to help against teams like the Niners, teams that like to run the inside plays, because God bless Troy Reader, but he's no Bobby Wagner, even at this point. So it's going to make our defense different. So on that point, Jack, if we couldn't have Von Miller, I'm glad that we got Wagner. And I love Allen Robinson, 6'3" target. He's going to go off. I mean, having 1,100 plus yards, 1,200 plus yards in 2019 with whoever quarterback the Bears had. They're not known for their quarterbacks. With Stafford, woo! So I like this. We're going to be a different type of defense. Those plays that came inside that took off because Troy Reader was out of place because he's inexperienced. The way that Bobby Wagner can help Ernest Jones in the linebacking, kind of teach him on the way. I love it. It's going to help us in the future. So yeah, I would have loved to have Von back, but this is the next best thing. I love it. It's a different way, a different defense. Darn, let me get him catch up. North Dallas 40. What's up, brother? He said this schedule is from hell. Yeah, man. I was just talking about your comment. Yeah, the buy early. Yes. Omar says a 3-peat is something that we will be able to hang over our franchise head, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, man. Me either. So let's come back. I could even see this. Let's just pretend that we don't get our wish and we don't go back to back. We lose whatever round. I can see us winning the next year or the year after. So, I want to say that we're Super Bowl contenders for the next year. We have just as good of anybody to win the Super Bowl this year. But yeah, I would love a 3-peat, man. Willie Bone says there's nothing wrong with that, Omar. Yep, exactly. North Dallas 40 says, I'm happy we get the Niners out of the day early, and I hate that that's what I was saying. We get them early, and we'll see what happens. And they're going to be struggling with Trey Lance. Maybe he'll take off with a hot hand, but we'll see. It's tough for a rookie quarterback to start off hot. We'll see what happens. Packer Swag says, Ramilia, the only issue is when Donald, Stafford, Ramsey, and Kupp leave, it'll be possible for the Rams to be in this. It'll be impossible. It will not be possible for the Rams to be the same because the mortgage, their future, just being honest, Crockett. No, I understand what you're saying. And, we have to do what we have to do now. So that will come up. But with these guys, we'll see what happens. They make moves, I understand what you're saying. We'll have to see, but for right now, we're in this window now. Ready to go, says Omar, or we can do what the Bills did and couldn't get to 4 straight. Yeah, it's tough to win, man. The big one. Willie Bone says Packer Swag. Don't think that Les Snead will let the Rams go to the bottom of the NFC. Me either. I don't think so either. And as long as that's why I say it, I hope they're going to be here for a long time. Ready to go, says Packer Swag. Every time the Rams get older, the rest of the league does too. We've heard the narrative, and it actually applies to every team. Yeah, that's a good point. Ready to go, because we have older players at key positions, but we're one of the youngest teams in the NFL. North Dallas 40 says, what position the Rams Achilles heel besides safety? I wouldn't say Achilles heel, but we need a bookend pass rusher. We got a guy in the draft, and we'll see what happens. I heard the Niners, with their stable of defensive edge rushers, might cut Ebucom. So I'm kind of like, not Achilles heel, but we can use an edge rusher to bookend like that. A good guy. We have a guy that's active and a young guy, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The other thing is, our secondary. Troy Hill helps us. I'm looking for Nick Scott to do big things. Offensive line would be our other Achilles heel, depth. We'll see what happens, but hopefully we'll be fine. Willie Bowen says North Dallas for the LA Rams drafted a safety. Yeah, Quentin Lake. We have some young guys, but they have to mesh together. The Robert they're gonna push the Robert with Shells in there. We'll see what happens. But our offensive line as well. One Kelly Ram, what's up, brother? He says, run it back, loco. Let's run it back, baby. Yes. Thank you for coming in, man. It's good to see you. I fell behind the chat, so sorry about that, guys. North Valley 40 says, what NFL team will be a surprise Cinderella team, and what top team will be a flop? The Vikings are my dark horse. You know, they say it all the time. The Vikings might do something, but they have talent. They're going to push my guy Packer Swag to the limit. We'll see what happens. You know, I don't trust Kirk Cousins, but they're my dark horse. And my guy Damian Lee, I'm not being mean, but the 49ers might be the team that can flop, but they could also be pretty good. They have talent on both sides of the ball, but whenever you have a rookie quarterback and he's gotten hurt twice, he runs around. It's kind of scary, even though he's a big weapon running. We'll see, man, because if he struggles, they could be, you know, right now they're, you know, like 4th or 5th favored to reach the Super Bowl going on last year in different people's polls or whatever, but we'll see. That's my other thing they could be. Packer Swag says, yeah, but the Rams are doomed. Everyone said that their future, they all won't have future, will have the capital to be. Yeah, but Packer Swag, don't listen to anybody else. They've been saying that since 2018. You know, when we got Ndamukong Suh, Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib, the Rams are mortgaging their future, you know. Now here we are, 2022. We just won the Super Bowl. We got Bobby Wagner. We made moves to get Allen Robinson. The old narrative doesn't work anymore because we already have the Super Bowl trophy and we're trying to win again. So we'll see what happens now. To have to rebuild after these big players retire, that's different. We'll find out, but the narrative doesn't work with us anymore, because we've showed that we know what we're doing and other teams are confident. Look at the AFC West. That's my opinion, you know, because they're all in now. You know, that waiting, building it the right way. Well, how many other teams never win? You know, look at the Browns. How many draft picks have they had? You know, it depends on who's in your front office. The poor Detroit Lions, you know. Mark Carrillo says, since we have the hardest schedule at this point, any team like the Eagles, Bucks, and Packers can be able to clinch the division, but those matchups against the Bucks and Packers are important. Yeah, man. We have to put away these victories early. The good thing about it is, like we have to play the Bills early. You know, it's not good for them either. They have to play us. Imagine having to play the Super Bowl champs. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a tough go, but that's our journey, you know? So we'll see what happens. Omar says, if we can get Obi come back, that's a no-brainer, and he'll be cheap. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. I really think there's a chance they might cut him because he didn't play great with them, but they might keep him because he's going to cost them $5 or $6 million, the Niners, to keep him if he plays this year. And that's money with Jimmy G still there because they might get cold feet with Trey Lance. He might be available to cut, and then we try to get him, and it won't cost us much. Imagine. Ready to go says Packer Swag, and everyone says Aaron Rodgers will win another Super Bowl, but hasn't. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Aaron Rodgers, he gets in the playoffs, it looks beautiful in the regular season, wins MVPs, and then loses to the team like the Niners that just happened to have his number. I mean, it wasn't his fault they blocked those kicks, but wow, man, you know, that's crazy. Willie Bones says Packer Swag, you better worry about Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, man. Whether stays in Green Bay. That's another thing with Aaron Rodgers. You guys had the quarterback and you traded him because Aaron Rodgers. And excuse me. Aaron Rodgers got a little upset when you guys drafted the quarterback, and then he was causing problems. And he's a little older in the tooth. What if he starts showing his age? You know, and then you guys got Devontae Adams. Man, that's crazy to get rid of that guy. But, you know, Aaron Rodgers wanted to take all the money. That's why I'm so glad that Stafford didn't break the bank. Kupp's not going to break the bank. Donald's not going to break the bank. They're working the deals because they want to win. I'm just so elated with these guys. Ray, what's up, brother? He says, you're going to the Packers game, Ramilia. I want to meet you there. But, yeah, I'll be there, brother. I'll be there. That'll be awesome, man. That'll be awesome. Graduate 12 says, game on, Oilers versus Kings. Yeah, man. Omar says, I'll admit Trey Lance has all the to be a star, which scares me, but we're still going to be on top. Yeah, Trey Lance has all the tools, but the NFL's tough. It's a faster game. They don't give them the reps they need. The 49ers, they have great offensive mind in Kyle Shanahan, and but he needs the reps. So we'll see what happens. He might struggle, at least for this year. So we'll see what happens. If he turns out, that'll be great for them. Jesus says that Packer swag. When you bring home the hardware, you always have capital. Yep. North Dallas 40 says, what were the Rams' record? Best case scenario and worst case scenario. I'm going to get to that right now. Let me catch up real quick. There was 5 games that I was worried about for sure. Packer swag says that's why they should trade for a younger full QB with Kroenke will reload and spend. Bryce Perkins, to me, I'm very high on him to be a future quarterback in the NFL. Now, he's young like Trey. He's mobile. He can hurdle guys. He has a strong arm. He looked great in the preseason. We'll see what he works out, but I really think he might beat Wolford for the backup job, and we have our guy there. We'll see. And spend money should think about keeping it for the decades. Yeah, no, I understand, man, but we won the Super Bowl, so it kind of goes by. Kelly Ram says 10-4, loco. That sounds pretty good, but let me get these chats so I can get to what I think. Ready? Packers Flash ready to go. Yeah, but we are set for the future because we draft well. Plus, at least we have 13 NFL championships. Yeah, man, you guys got those titles. 4 rings, rounds up 200 championships, 2 Super Bowls. Can't compare Packers. Well, you're not in our division, but yeah, man, you can't compare the championships to you guys. But props to you guys. Back in the day, the Rams used to beat the Packers too, though. But yeah, those are we give you props for those rings. You can't say nothing about it, but that has nothing to do with now because you guys couldn't beat the Niners and we could, Packers flag. But appreciate you coming in, man. That's what this is about. We come in here, we're high on our teams. We can disagree politely. It's fine. No personal attacks. But that's what it's about, man. This is what makes it exciting. If it was easy, it'd be boring, right? But yeah, you have every right to Packers swag, have that swag with those championships, brother. Jay Money, what's up, brother? He says, Rams got to take it one game at a time. That's right. Tough schedule, but Rams got what it takes to win games. Let's go, Rams. That's right, man. I really agree. Packer swag, once Aaron Rodgers leaves you, who's your QB? Yeah, that's going to be tough when he leaves, man. Willie Bowen says, Packer cheesehead. Packers didn't win the Super Bowl 56. Yeah, we did. North Dallas 40 says, Jefferson needs to step up. Man, Jefferson needs to step up. He really disappointing, but I guess he had some kind of injury in the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens with that. But North Dallas 40 said, Skaron needs to quit dropping balls. Yeah, man. Strone, he's on my last list, man. Yeah, he better get. I mean, these guys are going to take his job. Tutu and Jacob Harris. He's a tight end, but we'll rather have him in there. G's Nuts says Packers played when they were only 4 teams in the league. Yeah, but the 4 teams in the league. I didn't realize there's only 4 teams in the league then. That's when they won a lot of those championships. But they won it, so what can you do? Jesus said they wear pajamas and leather helmets. Packer swag, Rams won't win another ring, just saying, and won't reload. We'll see what happens, man. They say we weren't going to win this one, but okay. So let me get to what I was saying. Let's see. So, okay. So on this here, I have us winning against the Bills game 1. Okay. I have us beating the Bills game 1. It can go either way, but I have us winning that game. All right. And then I have us beating the Atlanta Falcons the next game. And then I have us beating the Cardinals the next game. Okay. And then against the 49ers, I have us winning that game also. So right now we're 4-0. The Cowboys, we've had their number. I think we're a better team. We're going to win that game. We're 5-0. The Panthers, I have us. Hold on 1 second. Let me point to it as I say it. So the Panthers. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so the Panthers, I have us winning that game 6-0. Bye week. Now we play the 49ers at SoFi Stadium. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, at SoFi Stadium. I have us winning that game. So that's 7-0. The game that I'm iffy about, but I put a win still, is the Bills game. The Bucks game, because we've had their number over and over and over again. I can see us winning, but also maybe losing to get a game, that one loss out of the way. I don't know, but let's say that we win that game 8-0. Now the Arizona Cardinals. I see us winning that game also. By the time they get D-Hop, but let's face it, Kyler Murray sees our guys coming at him, he melts. I don't know what it is, but we'll see what happens. But I have us there right there. So that's 3-6, possibly 9-0 or 8-1, depending on the Buccaneer game. The Saints, I see us winning that game. They're going to be up and coming. They're going to be, they have some players now, but I see us winning that game. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-1. Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-1, or let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9-1 or 10-0. Now the Chiefs game. The Chiefs game is going to be very tough. I have win it us. That's one of the 5 games that I have a problem with. It's the Bucks, the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Seahawks for the last game, and I'll tell you why. But so that one I have either way. Let's say we lose that game, so we can be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-1, or 9-2 going into there. Now Seahawks at SoFi Stadium, we win that game. The Raiders coming to SoFi Stadium, we win that game. Our wonderful friends from Green Bay, I have us winning that game. So we could be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We can be 14-1 or 12-2, depending on what happens with the Bucks and the Chiefs. I really think that we owe the Packers. I think we're going to win that game. Now, here's one of the games that I'm worried about. The Broncos with Russell Wilson come to SoFi Stadium. And by that time, we're kind of molding our team. We're going to be running in all the cylinders. We can win that game or lose that game. Let's say for just non-homer sake, we lose that game. The Charger game. Our little brothers in LA, SoFi Stadium. I see us winning that game, but we could also lose that game, depending on how great they play. I love their quarterback. We'll see what happens. So, let's say we lost these 2 games. Let's just see theoretically, without being a homer, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So by then, I can see us being 14. Let's see. I can see us being 12-4. 12-4 or 11-5. I can see us there. And then the Seahawks game. I'm not sure about that game only because we might rest our players if we have the division sewed up. So let's just say we win that game. So I can see us. Let's see. So let's see the losses. Let's count the losses. Let's say the Bucks we lose. Let's say that no. I think we're going to beat the Bucks. Let's say, but that was one of the games I was worried about. Let's say we lose against the Chiefs. Let's say that we lose against the Broncos. Let's say we lose against the Chargers, right? And then we beat the Seahawks. So that could be 14-3, or if we lose against the Bills, that'd be 4 losses. So that'd be 13-4. 17 games, right? So sorry, confusing myself. So if we lose to the Broncos, the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Bills, that's 4 losses. So that'd be 13-4. So I can see us being right around 13, winning 13 games, maybe 12-5. Those 5 games I'm worried about. The Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Bucks. in the Bills game. But and so we'll see what happens. But it's a tough schedule. But I have us going. Let's see. There's a win-win. So I have us losing 1, 2, 3. I have us going 13-4 with possible losses to the Chiefs, the Broncos, and Chargers, and possibly Tampa Bay or the Bills. But we'll see what happens, man. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Let's see. Hold on one second. boy. Okay, let me get back to the chat here. Here we go. Granger Trump says, you're never going to catch up on the chart on the chats. LOL. You're missing the Kings game. I know, man. That's okay. I'll get to it. Kelly Ram says, let's make some quesadillas, loco, man. I'm hungry too. I haven't eaten nothing. Quesadilla despensa. Willie Bowen says, Packer cheesehead Aaron Rodgers is your only offensive weapon. You better pray that he doesn't get injured. You won't have a cap. Man, Devontae Adams is a hell of a loss, man. That's crazy that they let him get out. North Dallas 40 possible losses to Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Dallas, Las Vegas, and JC. Are you talking about the Chargers? And maybe a split with San Francisco. Man, I think we're going to split. I think we're going to sweep the 49ers. We'll see. But yeah, North Dallas Fort, those are, I can see that, man. The Raiders, I think we're going to beat them, but they're a tough team too. Willie Bone says, when the LA Rams win their second Super Bowl, I'm going to eat my wet steak burritos. Packer Swag says, y'all won't beat us. Y'all won't beat us. We own y'all. What? Well, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens, man. North Valley Forest, KC, not JC. Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. Yeah, Kansas City, man, that's going to be a hell of. I can't wait for that game. They're missing Cheetah, but they're tough with the home court advantage, home field advantage. Mahomes he can have a bad game and still come back at the end. I love Mahomes. We'll see what happens. Willie Bones says, "Come on, Fantasy Island, Packer cheesehead." G's says, "Swag, that's what the Niners said last year, and look what happened." Yeah, man. That's so crazy. Johnny G, what's up, man? He says Rams gonna bitch slap every team in the schedule, man. I hope so. I see us winning a lot of games, but there's 5 games that I'm like, oh man, I can see it's going either way. But yeah, I believe that. You ready to go? Says Packers Fries, only thing you own is 12 years of playoff losses. Omar says clinching the number 1 seed would definitely be the goal. Yes, we'll make the road to repeating easier. Man, that would be amazing. Jesus says Rodgers will retire at the end of the season after they lose to the Rams and do the State Farm commercials full time. Man, he has lucrative offers too. We'll see what happens. Johnny G says I don't see us losing a single game to be. We'll see what happens, man. I hope so, man. Wouldn't that be amazing? Granger Trust says we losing for Oilers. You're killing me, Granger 12. Hold on. All right, here we go. Packer Swag says, y'all cocky, 1 ring, LMAO. We calm down. We have 4+. We haven't won it last year. If it wasn't special teams, nothing. Well, we have 1 ring in LA, Super Bowl, 1 in St. Louis, and we have 2 NFL championships. So technically we have 4 titles. And we have and we won our first Super Bowl in Los Angeles, but we already had won a championship in Los Angeles, 1951. Kelly Ram says, I can call all cheeseheads queso freaks frescos. Cheeseheads, yeah, man. Hold on. I went out of let's see. I went out of order. Okay. Cheesenut says, we're going 13-4, baby. That looks about right. That's right around that way. 12-5, possibly, depending. Past losses to Buffalo, 1 to San Francisco, Kansas City, and maybe San Diego. Man, I hope we sweep the Niners, man. I want the Niners to. We want to sweep them. So there's the one he said. Cocky, we got. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Cocky 1 ring. And there we go. So I'm catching up. North Dallas Party, give us record of Niners prediction. Give us the record of the Niners prediction. Man. Okay, so the Niners, man, I can see them not even making the playoffs if Trey Lance struggles. Yeah, end of the first, the Oilers are beating the Kings right now. Darn it. Johnny G says that Packers swag. Packers are going to be back to mediocrity like y'all in the 70s and 80s when Rodgers retires. Rams house. Hey, Ramilia, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in, man. Appreciate it. So let me get to you guys are all wonderful, man. Let me get to I forgot to even put my banner up. You guys got me so excited. Let me get to the Rams legend of the night. This guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Hold on one second. Henry Ellard. There it is. Henry Ellard. So Henry Ellard played with the Rams from 1983 and 1997. 65 touchdowns, 13,777 receiving yards. Ranks 15th all-time in the NFL. Now, when he retired, he played with the Redskins and had a couple hundred, 1,200 yards, 1,500 yards, still playing great, even his older age. When he retired, he was like third on the all-time list. It's a disservice to the NFL that he's one of the players that they didn't put in the NFL Hall of Fame. Henry Ellard. Did you know that he has more yards than Tory Holt? Amazing. And he played with struggling Ram teams. So let me just get this. Let me give you a little Henry Ellard should be in the Hall of Fame. Let me share a little taste. And you guys, if you get a chance, do yourself a favor. Ram fans that aren't familiar with him or haven't seen him play before. Hold on one second. Henry Ellard, he was amazing. He was a receivers coach with the Rams for a while. He was amazing. Hold on one second. So let me get out of here. And let me show you a little taste of Henry Ellard. Hopefully it won't be choppy. StreamYard does that sometimes. So let me see how it comes out. Hold on one second. Let me get this ready for you guys. He was amazing. He was a shorter receiver. The guy would dive for balls. I mean, he would even kick return balls. He was an amazing receiver. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame along with Tory Holt. He also wore number 80 like Isaac Bruce, but he was before Isaac Bruce. He played in the 1989 Rams championship game in 1989. A perennial 1,200, 1,100 yard catcher when he led the league in receiving. Hold on one second. Led the league in receiving. He deserves to be there in the Hall of Fame like so many other players, but he's a Ram, so that's who I care about. Hold on one second. Let's get this going. Hopefully it won't be too choppy. StreamYard's not the greatest for this stuff, but hold on one second. Henry Ellard. Anaheim Stadium. This guy diving right here. That's the kind of balls. That's what I want Jefferson to be doing. You know, catch the ball anywhere around you. Even though he was a little guy, he can go up and get it. Amazing player, this guy. Anaheim Stadium. Boom. Look at that. In traffic. Get off me. Amazing player. Henry Ellard. Against the 49ers. Boom. Here he is kick returning. Check this out. The guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Look at that. That guy was just amazing. And man, I remember him. You know, I'm a little older. I'm an OG Ram fan. And There he is again right there. Shake and bake. Boom. See ya. I can watch him all day, man. I can watch these highlights all day. But yeah, it brings back memories. I hope it wasn't too choppy. I'm gonna have to figure out how to download the videos and just play them that way, because StreamYard does that. You know, they it kind of gets a little choppy. So I'm sorry about that, but I'll figure that part out. But yeah, Henry Ellard, man, this guy was something else. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, even with all the pass happy league now. He's still 15th on the all-time list. Imagine only 14 receivers that had more yards than him on receiving. And he was on some bad Ram teams too. I mean, ridiculous that he's not in the Hall of Fame. It's crazy. And Tory Holt, you know, look how hard it is for Tory Holt. And he was on the Greatest Show on Turf and has a ring. We'll see what happens, but it's horrible. Okay, so let me get back to the comments here. G's Nut says, Packer swag, you don't have Favre anymore. Come back to reality. Brett, you know, that name, Brett Favre. I don't know how they get that pronunciation, but it's amazing. People talk about Stafford, you know, giving a picks, you know, being a gunslinger, but Brett Favre was crazy. I remember there was a playoff game, and this is for swag, Packer swag. Didn't he throw 6 interceptions against us when we went to the Super Bowl, and we knocked the Packers out of the playoffs in the playoffs, and he threw 6 interceptions. Brett Favre. North Dallas 40 says Niners will be the ultimate fail. I agree. I think that they may not make the playoffs this year, and I'm not just talking smack. You know, props to my guy Damian Lee, but we'll see. If a young guy comes in and lights the league on fire, God bless him. But it's to me, it's better. It's less of a chance than not that he's going to struggle at some point. We'll see. But I agree with you on that one, North Dallas 40. Jesus says, Ellard, baby, that's right, man. I'm going to get me one of those zip-up hoodies of Henry Ellard. I already have my Flipper Anderson zip-up hoodie with the old school Ram horns, like this jersey here. I can't wait to get it. Kelly Ram says, number 80 for sure. Yes, sir. That's right. North Dallas 40, Gabriel in the Hall of Fame. You know what? He's up there too, because again, with the pass happy stats and stuff, they're kind of, you know, changing the way we look at teams. But because they didn't get the ring, they didn't get the title. He was just as good as any quarterback in that time. Won MVP. He deserves to be in there. You know, there's some quarterbacks in there that didn't have the stats that he did, or right around the same stats, and they're in there. Yeah. So G's Nut says, met him and Flipper after a game at the Big Al. That's awesome, man. I love Flipper Anderson. Yeah, he was amazing. We Ram fans, Latino Ram fans, we used to call him Chiquito because he's a smaller receiver. You can see by his, you know, he's got a shorter upper body, but he'd go up and get it. He'd dive. He'd do the toe tapping dance, you know, like this. And he's an amazing receiver, man. A guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, man. You know, I hate when they finally put guys in the Hall of Fame and they're already passed away. What is that about? You know, they should go through the list. They have their guys that they do every year, and they have a senior list that we need to get on this and get these guys in there. They're still around. They deserve to be in there. Let's get them in there. It's ridiculous that guys have already passed away before they even get to those guys. You know, it's horrible. Their family gets to enjoy it, but not the guy. Angel Garcia, what's up, brother? He says, I effing hate the Niners. I would stomp on their logo. You know what? I do too. I hate the Niners, you know, but I'm with you on that. Like I say, it's kind of like I'm a Laker fan. I hate the Celtics, just like that. Billy Boss says, Packer Cheesehead, what about your Packers? Y'all don't have any cable backup quarterback, running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers for the future. So enjoy your past Super Bowl championships. Yeah, man. Well, it's going to be tough for them, especially with Devontae Adams gone. North Dallas 40, watch Winning Time. I'm going to North Dallas 40. I will. Now that I think it's already all these episodes are in, right, for this season. but I haven't got to it yet. I started to watch it and then I had to do something, but I am going to. I'm looking forward to it. I like to watch them all together, and then I have to wait till next week, But I will, brother. I will. I can't wait for it. G's Nut says, great receiver during the run. Happy day, happy years. Yeah, man. Ground Chuck came back when the team started to go downhill after the championship game '89. But he was an amazing receiver. Willie Bones. Henry Ellard also took up the high jumps in high school and college, but he was drafted by the Ellards. Yeah, man, that's why he can go up and get it. He was an athletic receiver. One Kelly Ram says 5-5 no Fresno State. Yes, sir. That's right, brother. Willie Bones says that's awesome. G's Nuts. Yes. Willie Bones, the Youngbloods, Jack and Jim should be in the Hall of Fame, man. There's a lot of Rams that should be in the Hall of Fame. But back to North Dallas 40, what he was saying. Hold on one second. By the way, everybody that's still here in the chat, I know we all believe the Rams are going to win, but the first game of the season against the Bills for Christmas time, what do you think give me a quick scores, or if the Rams are going to win, W or the score, Rams or Bills, who do you think is going to win the first one? If you say the Bills, that's okay. It's the first game. Just let me know what's up with that while I check for something real quick. All right, so so North Dallas 40 was bringing up the Niners schedule. Willie Bowen says victory for the LA Rams 34-7. Man, I would love that. Okay, so the Niners get to play the Bears. Jesus says Ellard played with the Rams from 83 to 93. Oh, sorry. Did I put that? Okay, I think I put 97, huh? Went to the Redskins his last 4 years. Bruce came to the Rams in 94. Okay. Thank you, G's Nuts. And he was good with the Redskins too, man. I was like, why did we get rid of him? Another mistake by the lady who should be nameless. Okay, so the Niners get the Bears the first game. We get the Bills. They were in the championship game. We won the Super Bowl. What kind of stuff is that? But okay. So they win. They'll probably win that game. Who knows with Trey Lance? Then they play Seattle. Then they play Denver. That's a loss. So they'll be 1-2. Then they play the Rams. That's a loss. So they're going to be 2-2. The Cardinals at Carolina. They could probably win that game. So they'll be 3-2. Atlanta maybe win that game. These are all toss-ups because toss-ups because of the young quarterback. So I can see. So then they play Kansas City, loss. So that's 2 losses. Playing the Rams, I see we're going to sweep them. 3 losses. The Chargers, that's a loss. 4. The Cardinals have their number. That's 5. The Saints, they can go either way. So let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. The Bucks, to me, that's a loss. That's 6. The Seahawks, let's just give it to them. The Redskins, they could lose that game, but we'll give it to them. The Raiders, I can see them losing that game. So that's 7 losses. And then the Cardinals, I can see the Cardinals sweeping them. But they can also win. So they can be something like 10-7 or 9-6 or worse. Or excuse me, or 9-8 or worse. We'll see, but that's them. One Kelly Ram says, whose house? Rams house. Defender turf. That's right, baby. Rams house. The NFL's Rams house. GP Shadow, what's up, brother? Rams win. They barely beat us with golf a couple years ago. Yeah, that's true, man. Golf was driving us nuts. That's why we had to get rid of him, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. The Niners matchup, but we have to remember something. Those 6 games that we lost to the Niners weren't all Stafford. The last 3 were. The first game was when Woods went out a couple of days before. OBJ got off the plane, didn't know the playbook. Von Miller was hurt more than we thought. We were scrambling. We made mistakes against them, and God bless them, they beat us. And then the second game was a much more competitive game. We should have won that game, but we lost it. So remember, those other 6 games didn't mean anything. And then we lost that game. We could have easily won that game. We were leading, and we lost it. But okay, we lost that game. And then the championship game, each game we progressively got better. And now with a young quarterback, a rookie QB who's susceptible to mistakes, I really see us sweeping. I don't see. If we split, okay, in the NFL anything can happen, but I really see us sweeping the Niners. Willie Bone says the lady who shall remain nameless was a poison to the Rams. Yeah, man. Jesus says Niners going 7-10. Yeah, I can see that, man. We'll see. Now, if he comes out and he lights the world on fire, check out these bobbleheads. I think I'm going to buy these bobbleheads. Look at Ram's house. Put them on the shelf. I can see them not making the playoffs or having a bad season, licking their wounds. With their offensive line, like our offensive line, we have new guys there. I can see them struggling. I mean, McGlinchey looks like he's a lighter guy. Brunskos might have to play center if Mac retires. He won't even tell them if he's going to retire or not. And then the left tackle's set, but they had their offensive line's iffy. It's not as good as it was last year, and we'll see what happens. Deebo Samuel, the issue with him, we'll see. Hopefully he won't get hurt. He did have some injury problems in the past. I don't wish that on anybody. Hopefully he'll play a full season. I really like him. If he was in our team, I'd love to have him. He's a dog, he's a beast. But we'll see what happens. But even if this was the Rams team, I would see I'd be optimistic like Niner fans, and I'd want this and I'd want that. But a young player sometimes has to take his lumps, and they kind of wasted he got hurt too. And that's another red flag for a young guy to get hurt twice. I don't know these power runs that they were trying to do. Kyle Shanahan, he's supposed to be a genius, and he is a mastermind at offensive plays, but you're risking your quarterback inside run plays, and he got hammered last year and got hurt, and he's a young guy, and he's replacing a guy that's always injured. So I don't like the play calls they did for him, but we'll see what happens. But GP Shadow says, I was talking about the season opener with the Bills. Oh, sorry, GP Shadow. I'm sorry, man. You know what? I'm all confused now. Sorry, brother. I'm sorry to put you on that. Sorry. My fault. SG Sports Talk Channel. What's up, Ramilia? He says, hi, Ramilia. What's up, brother? One Kelly Ram says, later, man. Great channel. I will let all my Ramily know to follow you. Horns up. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in, man. You're awesome. Thank you. SG Sports Talk Channel says, how are you doing? I'm doing good, man. The Kings the LA Kings are killing me. Oh, here we go. Willie Bowen says, I thought Henry Ellard was second all time and receiving behind Jerry Rice. He was much higher up when he retired. But now with all the passing happy league, he's 15th all time right now. Hold on one second. When he retired, he was second or third. I believe he was third. SG Sports Track Channel says, I love you, bro. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Niners sickness. There's my dude. Week 4, baby. Get ready for I think he's trying to say beat down. Man, it's funny that you're talking because we're talking about the Niners not possibly making the playoffs. We'll see if Trey is ready because we got something for him week 4 and week 7. We get to play you guys right after the bye. So we were talking about maybe them being maybe something like 10-6 or maybe not even making the playoffs depending on how Trey plays because he's a young quarterback, We'll see what happens, but he's never faced an Aaron Donald in college. So we'll see what happens, but I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for that. But yeah, props to my guy GP Shadow, brother. I'm sorry. But yeah, the Bills game's gonna be tough, man. Oh, got you. There it is. Yeah. So I'm sorry, GP Shadow. He says Rams win. They barely beat us with golf. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, GP Shadow. I was confused on that one. You're right. They barely got us. We had to cut. We came back, and so I can see us winning, but only because it's early. So yeah. So got you. I'm sorry, brother. And Niners Signet says 5. Yeah, you guys got prime time, but remember this, just like they have in the past, you guys could be flexed out of your prime time. We don't get flexed out. You guys do. Remember that. You guys had some prime time schedules. Well, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and you got flexed out because the Niner record wasn't that great. You guys didn't start out too well, and they flexed you guys out of it. So 5 prime time, that means they're giving the Niners a benefit of the doubt, but you could be flexed out of that. Don't forget that. One Kelly Ram says, great channel, bro. Oh, thank you. I already got that one. SG Sports Track Channel says, I love your Rams house shirt. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And there he is. My guy, Niners says, 49ers got 5 prime times. Rams only have 4. Yeah, we only have 4, but we could be flexed into yours. We'll see what happens, but that's okay. I don't mind that. That's fine. We have bigger fish to fry than primetime games. That's not the highlight of our season. G's-Nut says, Trey or Jimmy, Niners don't even know who will start. I know they don't even make – that's one thing about the Niners is Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, they don't even want to say Trey Lance will be our starter. Jimmy G will come back or he'll be the backup. You know, I don't understand what it is. It's with all these things with Mac, their center, not even letting him know if he's gonna retire or not. What is that? McGlinchey's like 119 pounds. The Deebo Samuel saga. Trey Lance. They don't say if he's going to be the starter officially. And then you have Jimmy G still on the roster. And he was already saying his goodbyes at a press conference. And there's turmoil in Ninerland. I don't care what anybody says. That organization, I don't know what it is at the top or what, but they're not run right. I mean, it's crazy that this has happened. I mean, they have great players at the top and the defense and offensive players. But I always said this, that in my opinion, Kyle Shanahan is not a great head coach. He's a great offensive mind, but this would not happen under McVay's watch. You know, Deshaun Jackson had a problem with this. We give you the door. He had a problem that, he's still not mad at McVay. We traded him to the Raiders. Or actually, no, we released him and they signed him, but we give you the door. Look at us. We made big moves. We got rid of Jared Goff, our number one. We traded to get him, and we got Stafford. Part of the Niners' reason that they don't have Stafford right now is because Kyle Shanahan was asleep at the wheel and was too slow to move. They wanted Stafford. Stafford preferred the Rams, but the Rams moved and did it. They're always kind of wishy-washy about stuff. So we'll see what happens. This is why they didn't win the Super Bowl, because we had Stafford and they didn't. Basically, it comes down to it. So they made it, and then they passed on. Kyle Shanahan passed on Tom Brady. He wanted to come to the Niners, but they believed in Jimmy G. Kyle Shanahan's ego wouldn't allow Tom Brady to come in there. He wants to take credit for everything, but never takes the sword and says, it's my fault. I didn't get guys in position to win like McVay does. We'll see what happens. I respect his offensive plays, but I don't think he's a great head coach. I think he's kind of like a Mike Martz or a Nerve Turner, offensive minds, but they're not great leaders of men. That's what I think. Players like to play for him, but I think Anthony Lynn would be a better head coach for the Niners, and Kyle Shanahan could be offensive coordinators. Then they'd be scary, because I love Anthony Lynn. That's a great hire. Maybe they got him in case Kyle Shanahan fails and they move Anthony Lynn in. We'll see. I can see that too. Let's say they don't make the playoffs and they get tired of waiting around, it's going to be crazy. Willie Bones says the Niners will get Wile E. Coyote Award. Jesus says 20 years from now, y'all be still chasing 6. That's been a long time. That's right. 6 championships. The 6th one. Hey, Ramilia, do you want to do a Niners Rams postgame show? Yeah, we can, man. That'd be good. Let me know, brother. Niners in this podcast says Niners winning the division with Trey Lance. Book it, baby, man. Not to be a tall order. we'll see, man. If you guys do, then power to you. We'll see. That's your opinion. I respect it because, just like us, they said Stafford ain't going to do this. Stafford ain't going to do that. What does Stafford win in Detroit? And we showed him. G's Net says, do a watch party for that game. That'd be awesome, man. Niner Sydney says, always showing your channel some love, brother, but the Rams still suck. That's okay, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in, man. He's a Laker fan too, Niner Sickness says, so props to him. SD Sports Track Channel says, thoughts on Eric Dickerson. In my opinion, one of the greatest running back, if not the greatest running back of all time, Eric Dickerson, basically carried the Los Angeles Rams on his back to get to the championship game and only to have to play the 1985 Chicago Bears with Dieter Brockett quarterback in Chicago. But yeah, imagine Troy Aikman not being there with the Cowboys. And Emmitt Smith carried whoever it is at quarterback. Boom, Hogaboom, whoever was their backup. Rodney Peete. Imagine Emmitt Smith carrying the Cowboys to the championship game on his back with the okay quarterback. No, he couldn't do that. Eric Dickerson did. He was amazing. SG Sports Channel, thoughts on Kurt Warner, man, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Unfortunately, we left some titles on the table because of Mike Martz. And if in my opinion, if Dick Vermeil would have stayed and we would have played that Super Bowl against the Patriots and Dick Vermeil was there to calm Martz down, Kurt Warner wouldn't have got hurt and he wouldn't have left him in against the Philadelphia Eagles where he fractured his rib and Kurt Warner had to play that Super Bowl with rib protectors on. Mike Martz would do stuff like that. He was a great offensive mind, but if in my opinion, if Dick Vermeil would have stayed, we would have won that Super Bowl, but we left some titles on the table for sure. Niner Sigma says Shanahan 6-1 against McVay. No, he's not. Kyle Shanahan was 1-3 against McVay to start out when they first started. And I don't even really want to count that one win because we sat all of our starters. So none of our starters, because we had won the division in 2017 and we sat our starters, and that's Jimmy G's first game, and they won that game, and they were all high-fiving, and they won 5 games that year, and they were all high-fiving, and our starters didn't play. So actually, Kyle Shanahan is 6-4 against McVay lifetime with a losing record. McVay has a winning record, and he has the Super Bowl, and McVay is 1-0 in championship games against Shanahan. So what would you rather have? 6-4 against your rival, losing the championship game, or being 4-6 against your rival and beating them in the championship game and then going on to win the Super Bowl? So no, Shanahan is 6-4 against McVay because McVay took the first 3 out of 4 games against them when they played. To correct you on that one. Niners City says 49ers will get 6 before the Rams get 5. Well, yeah, but the Niners can't even win 1. So remember this. Most of the Niners Cygnus, I love you. I love your opinion, brother. But remember this. Those 5 Super Bowls were all won before the free agency started. They won the year of free agency, but they already had their team basically. So in 94, they had their team. Free agency started in that same year, but they mostly had their team already. They won it there. So that was their last one. But since free agency is what it is now, the Niners are a perfect example of how hard it is to win Super Bowls because they haven't won one in the free agency period since it started going. The first year free agency started, they already had their team for the most part. But since free agency started rolling, they've shown that they can't do it. They can't duplicate it. They can't even get one. So we'll see. We'll see. To get 5, the only team that can do that is the Patriots. Hopefully we can win another couple, but the Niners can't even win 1. That shows you how hard it is. SG Sports Track Channel says, I'll send you the StreamYard link at the time of the event. Okay, man. Yeah, just remind me, brother. I appreciate it. Ubasi to Tobias saying, what's up, bro? He says, how's it, Ramilia? Go Rams. What's up, brother? Going good, man. Going good. My Kings are down 0-2 right now in the second period, though. Willie Bones and Anderson, just enjoy your past Super Bowl championships with Joe Montana, Steve Young, and Jerry Rice. Also listen to your Village People. Yeah, man, it's been a long time for them. The the 5 Super Bowls, you can't take nothing away from. God bless them, but it's been a long time. And at least we won the last 2, like I told him before on his channel. The Rams won the last 2 championships, the last 2 Super Bowls since they won their last one in '94, St. Louis and LA. Maybe we should go to Santa Clara and move to Santa Clara and show them how it's done. We'll have them switch places, and maybe we can win a Super Bowl for Santa Clara, since the Niners can't do it there, because we showed we could do it in Los Angeles. Okay, so SP Sport Jack Channel says the 49ers play the Rams October 3rd. Okay, you want to do it then? That's fine. Yeah, just remind me, brother. Just remind me. It sounds good, man. Monster It says, hey, Ramley just got off work. Hey, brother, thank you for coming in, man. Thank you for coming in, brother. Thank you. Thank you, props for coming in. Appreciate it. SG Sports Channel says, Rams play. Yeah, I got that already. Yeah, I got that already. Johnny G, what's up, brother? He says, sorry ass Winers can't win in the new millennium. Obisia Tobiason says, right on, we ain't worried about the Niners go rounds. Yeah, man, I really think that we're going to sweep them this year. And we'll have our 3-0 streak right there, including the championship game. But I really think that we're going to sweep them, because with a young quarterback, man, it's not all what it's cooped up to be. They make dumb mistakes at the wrong time, especially Trey Lance tends to throw the ball high over the middle. He's very inexperienced. We'll see what happens. But in the NFL, anything can happen. Bobby Wagner's going to be causing havoc for their short game and the inside runs. It's going to be tougher for it against us this time. And remember, Stafford wasn't there for those 6 games. He was only there for the 3, and we almost beat him in the last game before the year ended. We could have easily beat 2. We could have easily won that game, but I'm glad the way it ended the way it did with us beating him in the championship game. Sports Shark Channels, SG Sports Shark Channel says, do I send you the stream link on Twitter or on the 3rd? You can send it to me on my email. I'll post it here. There's my social media. You guys can see me on the other channels. I mostly post on YouTube, but I'll be, as the season comes up next, I'll be doing more stuff on IG and Instagram and Twitter. Chaos Theory, what's up, brother? He says, who do you think is better, outside linebacker, Hollins or Lewis? Lewis is one huge dude. I like Lewis, man. Hollins is pretty good, but I like Lewis. That's a great question. You know what? I'm going to say this. Bobby Wagner being with us is going to be such a calming force, almost like a coach on the field. He's going to help these guys. He's going to help Ernest Jones, man. Whether he plays 1 or 2 years with us because he signed for another year, it's going to, hopefully we win the chip and he helps us win it. But he's going to pay dividends in the experience, in the way guys look up to him. It's going to be amazing how this guy's going to help our team. This guy is I can't say enough of it. He's still one of the better middle linebackers in the NFL. They're going to learn from him. It's going to be amazing, man. I really believe that. It's going to be awesome. SB Short Track Channel says, I can't wait. I'll wear my 49ers jersey and you can wear your Rams jersey. Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome, man. I really hopefully you'll be disappointed and I'll be happy. But yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. But you know what, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I really appreciate you guys' support, man. I love each and every one of you guys for coming in. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button so you can get my alerts, we'll be doing more of these. And if you were late to, like Monster Rip, my brother here, and I think that we're gonna, there's 5 games that worry me. I'm just gonna refresh that real quick. The Bills game, number 1, because it's early, but they're the Bills too. I think we're gonna win that game. The Broncos, the Chargers, and the Kansas City game are the 4 games that I'm worried about, but I can still see us winning. And the last game against the Seahawks, if we have the game, not worried about it, but if we have the division locked up, I can see where we sit our guys and we play backups and we lose the game. And we can be something like, I see us losing maybe 4 games, at the most, maybe 5 games. We can be 12-5 or 14. We can be 12-5. I can see us even going 14-3, depending on how we play those 4 games right there. The Raider game will be tough. The Packers game we owe them, but there's 5 games that particular: the Broncos, Chargers, the Chiefs, the Bills game because it's the first game, and the last game. Not that I'm worried about it, but I can see where we could lose that game if we play our backups because we might have the division sewed up. If things go the way it is on the offensive line, and we play and we kind of gradually go, because man, we're a monster. Matthew Stafford year 2 with McVay, and we have a 6'3" target. Remember, we have Jacob Harris, 6'3" tight end in the back, coming back. Tutu Atwell, if he comes back the way we hope he is, Jefferson takes another step forward. We're going to be crazy good. And then I like Kyrie Williams, the running back, to go with Cam Akers. Man, we're going to be a monster on offense. And then if we can get that running game going, Matthew Stafford won't have to, throwing 41 touchdowns over 3,800 yards. He was on pace when we were 7-1 to be in the MVP talks, and then we struggled in there, and I think he was banged up a little bit. But man, year 2 with Matthew Stafford, and it's funny because you have these guys. My brother, Niner Sickness. They had great success against us, but to have a team with Trey Lance as their quarterback versus Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is one of the elite quarterbacks, in my opinion. He showed it last year. Yes, he does throw the occasional interception like Tom Brady does against us, but he showed that he can come back and beat you. He's an elite quarterback. When it comes to that, he's a top 5, top 10 quarterback. And you have Trey Lance, it's not even a competition. We'll see what happens. I can see where they match up good against us, but when it comes to quarterback play, man, year 2 with McVay, and then that's defense with Bobby Wagner. When we get Troy Hill back, woo, boy, I'm getting stoked. I want to play right now, Well, I'm ready, man. We'll see what happens. Willie Bone says, take care of me, Ramilators. Thank you, brother. Monster says we're going to lose only 3. I can see that, man. 14-3. Jesus says, Ramilia, do you plan on taking live calls in the near future? Yes, brother. As my channel, I hopefully by the season. Thank you for asking that. Yes, I'm going to do that. Yes. Thank you for asking, brother. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yes, I will. Geez, nuts. GP Shadows can't wait for the banner night. Yes, man. Monster says Rams going to monster it. Yep, brother. SG Sports Shadows, take care of Ramilators. Thank you, man. Obesity says right on, Ramilia. Yes. Chaos Theory, Terry Lance, and he has 3 emojis. Sorry. What am I doing? Let me put you guys up here. You guys got me so stoked. I'm forgetting to click on this. I can't wait to do a post go. SG Channel says, can't wait. I'm going to get the chance to do a post game show with you. You're absolutely a legend. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the support, brother. Willie Bunsa, take care, Ramilators. I'm putting all you guys posts up here. Rams going to lose only 3. I can see that. 14-3. Jesus, yep, there's the call-in. Yes, I will. GP Shadow, I can't wait for banner night. That's right, monster it. Rams going to monster it. SB Sports Channels, take care, Ramilators. Obesity Italia says right on Ramilia. It's funny, I forgot to click on these. I was so stoked. That kid can't pass. We'll see, man. He looks a little, we'll see. Over the middle, especially with Ramsey and Troy Hill there. And Bobby Wagner now reading him. Woo, man. Obesity says, woo, yep. And as my guy, the great, see, I'm all flustered now because I'm all stoked now. The great nature boy Ric Flair. Woo! Rolex wearing, Rams Super Bowl Lombardi holding, limousine riding to SoFi Stadium, sitting in the lap of luxury. The Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams are coming for you. What are you gonna do, brothers, when the Rams coming for you? It's a great Hulk Hogan. SB Sporting Channels, bye, Ramir, bye, brother. Jay Money says Rams. That's right, baby. Thank you guys for coming in. I love all you, each and every one of you guys. I appreciate it. This is amazing, man. You guys got me so stoked in here. I'm so looking forward to it. I appreciate all the support, man. Thank you so much. There's my guy, Jay in the Bay. What's up, brother? What's good, Ramily? Good, man. The Niner Empire Rams meet again. Can't wait. Me too, man. I can't wait, brother. God bless you. There's another great Niner YouTuber, my Niner brother, and he's very passionate in Rams. And this guy, like my Niner sickness brother came in earlier, he's amazing. And he's very passionate like me. And I love Jay in the Bay. This guy is very passionate about his team, but he's very respectful. I love the guy. I like when he goes, woo, how do you say Jay in the Bay? I love when you do that. Check out his channel. He's a very great guy. I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate it. And we'll see what happens with the Trey Lance. You got to get rid of Jimmy G, man. Get that money to get Debo back. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I appreciate it for coming in, Jay. I'm about to go off. I got to see my Kings, man. My Kings are in harm's way. Oh, we scored 2-1 Oilers in the second. 3:41 left, 2-1 Kings scored. Great. Thank you for coming in, Jay. Appreciate it, brother. And as we always say, thank you, RAMILIA, for coming in. I appreciate it. I love each and every one of you guys. As we always say, may the RAMILIA. Oh, here, hold on. We got to link up this season, man. It'll be amazing. Trey Lance is ready. We'll see, man. We'll see. I see a lot of potential in the young brother. But you know what? My guy, Kyle Shanahan, has to say, you know what? Trey Lance is the quarterback. If Jimmy G does decide to come back, props to him, but he's going to be the backup. Or, give Trey Lance the breathing room so he don't look over his shoulder. But yes, that'll be awesome. We linking up, Brand. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. I gotta check out my Kings. Hopefully we get this win and move on in the playoffs. As we always say, may the RAMILIA be with you. And Ramulators, mount up.